Week 4 in the NFL, week 3 for us here at Fourth and Forever. We have a darty party in New Jersey, and God, the Cardinals are awful. Is Kyler Murray is just completely falling off a cliff? We're going to talk about those issues. Lamar Jackson, is he overrated? All the things that football fans are wondering about, especially in the NFL, when we come back here on Fourth and Forever. Let's ride. Welcome into Fourth and Forever. Let's get Cap in here. There he is. Let's get that big football energy out of your freaking face. How about that?
I like it.
I mean, you do have big football energy, so maybe we can. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
All right, Cap. Welcome in Fourth and Forever. Find us everywhere you get your podcasts. Subscribe to Fourth and Forever on YouTube. Our basketball channel, Big East Energy Network, is kind of our homepage, if you will. And I'm just excited about talking about some football today.
Me too, Mark. Tell me that Let's Ride did not feel good.
It felt okay.
The way you delivered it, like he liked that. That's so good.
It's just so I think Russ has ruined that for me forever because it just sounds so corny when he says it.
Yeah.
Like when you say it, ironically, it's funny.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm just glad we're into dart season.
So I think we have to start off with a eulogy here, especially with us as a podcast. Like that was like my go-to thing, and it's September 25 to September 25. R.I.P. Let's Ride.
Yep.
Like, I'm saying it. No,
you can keep saying it. But before we even get into my boy Jackson Dart, there was a game. We were recording this 10 o'clock on a Friday, so there was a game last night. Surprisingly boring game until the end, which kind of turned into, but that's kind of how the NFL works. Like, and just be wary of that when you're betting, right? If you feel like a spread is too big, probably don't take it because so somehow, some way, these teams are more even than we even think. Arizona looked like they couldn't score if you spotted them the ball at the 20 the entire game, and then all of a sudden they hit with a couple touchdowns at the end. They lose 23-20, and Kyler Murray is a mess. I think he targeted Marvin Harrison Jr. over 15 times, two times of which were picked. Just what is going on there?
I mean, well, it doesn't help when your receiver doesn't run an entire route. That was ugly. I mean, Marv is not beating the ass allegations right now. It's just so funny. I booted Instagram up this morning. It was just Polymarket. It's just like ass ? Huge graphic. I'm like, doesn't look good. Does not look good. And if you're Arizona, I feel like, how do you not go full tank at this point?
I don't know, man. Like, I just think it's like, first off, they're just average enough where that guy will keep his job.
Right.
What's his name? Gannon. Was the Eagles defensive coordinator when they won the Super Bowl the first time. And I don't know, man. Like, that's the thing, is like, you have to be really shitty for there to be a regime change. And they're kind of on that way down because you heard before the game, I guess, James Conner is out for the year. So that's not going to help them.
No.
I really thought Trey Benson was going to have a better game because he looks quick and twitchy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like they do enough to scheme for that type of running back. James Conner is like a bull, and Benson is big, but he's a burner. So I don't know. Maybe they once they get some time, they could kind of get into that. So that'll open up more lanes to help out Marv to run complete routes. I don't know.
It's just ugly, especially when your go-to receiver, especially if you take a receiver at 4, you need to be fantastic if you're taking a receiver at 4th overall.
I think wasn't he 3rd?
It was either 3rd or 4th. It was very
because I think Malik was 4th. I think Malik was the first wide receiver taken. So he might have been. I know he was top 10.
Okay,
but I don't know.
Marv was 4, but either way, taking a receiver that early, you gotta be like Calvin Johnson type shit, and it's ugly.
Yeah, 1,000%. He was. Oh, why is that not coming up? Either way, no, you're right. I think you're 1,000% on that one. He is the 5th overall pick.
Well, it's also not fair because there's never been a superstars kid that's been legitimately good ever.
Yeah, but this kid seems like he was different. And to be fair, last year He had 62 catches, a little under 900 yards for a rookie. Unless you're a transcendent player, like
yeah,
he had eight touchdowns. So like it's not like he was,
wasn't trash. Yeah,
right, could not complete trash. Like that's a really good rookie campaign. That's not elite. That's not like all pro worthy. But I mean, let's be real. If you're selected 4th overall by the Cardinals, like he was, you're right, in the 2024 draft, it's kind of like,
that's all I'm saying. If it's a back end first round pick, no big deal,
right.
But 4th overall, you got to produce, dude.
Or if you're winning, like that's the thing is like if he's a part of, like, remember when the Cardinals were really good with Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden, and you had old man Kurt Warner come out of nowhere and lead them to the role.
I love that team.
Anquan Bolden was, I think, a second round or a late round first round pick, and you had your star in Fitz, so it was kind of like that was extra. But he has to be the guy.
Have to be. And I kind of feel for him. I kind of feel for these guys who, because you got to imagine that Marvin Harrison Jr.'s entire career, he's been in great situations. Ohio State, great situation. You always have an advantage. You're fantastically, talented. So I got to imagine you go to a pretty tough situation in Arizona where other guys are incredibly talented. This is probably the first time he's been smacked in the face in his life. So I'm not willing to write him off, but it's just not a good start.
Your jersey is distracting me to the point where it reminds me of, if I don't know if you guys knew this about me at all. I know you don't. I used to do stand up a long time ago. I'm 44 years old. This was like late 20s, early 30s, and I did a show and I had a sleeveless shirt on, and the guy who hosted the show made fun of me hard and was just like, said whatever, and I came up and I said, "This isn't a sleeveless show. Like, what do you?" I thought I got like an email that said that this was, you didn't have to wear sleeves or whatever. Right. Hey, listen, man. I don't think I've ever gone sleeveless on the pod, but maybe next week we'll have to break out the guns.
Well, sex sells, Mark. I know that. You know that. And it's funny. I'm actually going to do a shopping trip to get more like fits and stuff. But it's funny because like when I get ready in the morning for these podcasts, we're recording kind of early. I normally stay up really late. I'm like, fuck it. I think louder the better. It's like if you have to pick, whatever. You go loud, baby. You go
I like
loud.
it. I don't dislike it.
So, good night. Let's ride. Unfortunately, tear coming down my face. Good morning. Starting party. Or you were going to give me the...
Hey. What's that?
I want to see you flex that chain, my guy.
Tardy.
What are you ready to be hurt again? What's going on?
Hell yeah. Listen, I am so ready to be hurt again. And I'm so ready to lose in an enjoyable fashion. I'm really excited about him trying to at least inject some life into a dead franchise, because that's all we have left. Like, honestly, we're so on the downward spiral. I love that he's confident. Someone asked him about pressure at the press conference, and he was like, I don't feel pressure. He's like, well, and then he just kind of, and as soon as he said that, I was like, let's go. And everybody, what's the line? Let's ride. Everybody that is rooting for this kid's downfall, I now I feel like he's like a Hall of Famer, because I feel like they're gonna strike gold with this, because you have so many analysts, so many people saying he's gonna get eaten alive. The Chargers are gonna chew him up and spit him out. I can honestly see him having a great game. Now, if I'm wrong about that, then I guess all the analysts are correct. We'll find out.
We'll see. And that's the funny thing about sports nowadays, is like one game we get these crazy narratives off of. Like, that's like with Arch Manning or for example, it's just like, well, it's like, guys, it's a long career. You know what I mean? Like one game we have these crazy reactions. So it's exciting though. I just think it's so funny, like seeing like Giants fans like, fuck this, like a week ago. You know what I mean? And now it's a new quarterback. Oh, yeah. We're back. Let's go.
Oh, totally. And the Giants fans are the most schizophrenic, bipolar fans in the history of time. And I think that's just New York sports in general. I growing up watching New York sports. It's like, same with the Yankees. The Yankees were a couple months ago dead in the water. Now it's like, we want to win the division. We're tied. Toronto, it's ours now. Like, it's just, that's just being a fan, I guess.
It's going to be awesome. I do feel for the kid, though, because you got to imagine, not a kid, young man, but it's like, I saw the same thing with Joe Burrow, like as a rookie, second-year player, very confident, but walking into a Bengals organization that I've seen the narrative many, 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 many times, and I'm like, this poor kid. But, he's done well, but also, too, it's like, since he's kind of beaten him up and spat him out to some degree.
I think that there's a little bit of like even though he says he's not nervous, you got to think that like his heartbeat is like right now, like just completely just like beating out of his
You went
chest.
from benching, and you probably assumed it was you had at least a few more weeks.
Right.
And you probably went into the season saying, okay, maybe Russ gets benched week 8 to 14.
I
And
said, wait, I think I said week 4.
I think you did. You nailed it. I thought he was going to get at least 6, 7 weeks. But here we are. But I'm sure he was like, well, fuck. Here and like, yeah, you can say whatever you want to presser, but he's probably
He's
I don't know how much
he's got
sleep.
he's probably pissing his pants a little bit. I mean, he's going to be playing his first game in the NFL.
Shit, dude, I would.
Of course you would. I think anybody would.
I know, but it's gonna be awesome. I like the eye black. I think
I do
that's
love the eye
finally
black.
he passes the eyeball test. I'll give you that.
It's true. It's
He
true.
passes the eyeball test, but it's gonna be interesting. It's just so exciting. It's so funny seeing.
I have to ask you this because you're the Madison Beers guy with home, because that's who we're playing.
Oh,
Who's Jackson Dart? Who's Jackson Dart's chick? Like is he got himself a baddie too? I'm just curious.
I would assume. I know a certain Pittsburgh pitcher does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
Instagram.
Schemes.
Yeah, so that's gonna. I have to do some research on that. That is a lot to play in. But dude, the Herbert pick has been amazing.
I think you're right.
Got love me some beer.
From what I gathered, mentioned that Jackson has an ex-girlfriend named Lola Sexton that is pretty interesting. She went a little viral after when he got named as a starter. So let's just say she's causing a little bit of she's you know she's hot. You know what I mean? Like, so she's causing a little bit of some people are like, damn, dude, did you fumble the bag on that one? So I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, you got to go Justin Herbert over Jackson Dart, not only just from a playing standpoint, but I mean, dude, let's be honest.
He's living the ideal timeline, and you know who's not living. Absolutely not the ideal timeline. Girlfriend drama going crazy. And then too, I got to get on you about something, man. Actually, no, we'll get the picks in a second. I have a question. So it's not like I'm thinking this, but when you're getting ready to get ready for something, there's something in the back of my mind right now. And I'm not thinking it, but my back brain is thinking it. Is Lamar overrated, dude? Is Lamar overrated? Or at least in big games?
1,000%, dude. Like, I don't. And that's the thing is, like, I don't even think anyone thought that Detroit game was like a big game. It was like, Detroit's good, but like, I think people really were sleeping on them. They lost other coordinators. They that's where people thought that the secret sauce was. And so they've had some issues of blocking up front, so automatically it was like, oh, Ravens are going to, at home.
Yeah.
But it really just goes to show that when you have a guy that is as good a quarterback as Lamar has been, you can scheme for him. You can still scheme for him, and he's not a one-trick pony, but kind of. You know what I mean? Like, against better defenses, it's just not going to work to have a guy that's, let's be honest, run first. And I'll be completely frank on this. I lost a bet in that game because it was that I easily should have won, and for this reason. Because he is a run first quarterback versus throw. It was over 28 attempts. How many attempts did he have? 27. And in the last drive, he had multiple sacks that he easily either could have thrown the ball away to stop the clock or just made an attempt. They were down by 14 points, dude. Like, that's just that. And I don't care that I lost like $10. That's not that. But you just in that, so keenly aware of the number that you need to hit. In the most pressurized situation, the dude is still trying to get yardage on the ground. It's just wild.
It shows that you're leg dependent when because I think he's one of those dudes that you'll see first, second, third quarter him air it out a little bit, but when push comes to shove and it's like
1,000%
memory, he's depending on the legs for sure. And he's definitely an ultimate talent. He might be the most overall talented quarterback maybe I've ever seen. I think Mike Vick might be most talented, but ultra talent. but I'm just sick of hearing it, man. And I feel like Lamar's one of those dudes that has one of those like rabid fan bases too. Like you see
Mm-hmm.
any kind of negative Lamar tweet or Instagram post, and all the comments are like, no, like X, Y, like explaining stuff. He has a huge fan base, and I like Lamar as a person, but I'm just sick of it. It's kind of like Joel Embiid in the NBA. It's just like I don't want to hear it anymore until something happens.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of guys who get all that hype, and they're typically elite athletes who have never really proven that they can do it at the highest level. In particular, we said it pre-show, like a guy like Zion, Joel Embiid is one.
Anthony right now,
Anthony Edwards, a guy.
It.
Yeah, a guy like even pre that, like Ben Simmons, like all these guys that got all of this crazy hype, and then they get to the NBA or they get to the NFL, and it's like, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
What's the deal? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you just wonder about the narratives and like, I just think that there's a lot of media personalities that live off of, pitting one player against each other, like the Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson, all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
we're talking about Ben Simmons. He's like, LeBron, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
You can
that's one of the funnier. And listen, I give Colin Cowherd a ton of credit. It's so hard to do that show every day and have an opinion on something for 3-4 hours. But bro, like that's one of the worst opinions in the history of opinions.
We're good.
That might be almost as bad as me getting my ass kicked in Pick'em this week. That I think I still come out on top between that situation.
I was trying to be classy about it, but we had 6 games. We had 6 Pick'ems where we differed. 6 of them went my way, and I would argue that you picking the Bengals over Minnesota. You picking the Bengals over Minnesota should be like 5 losses in and of itself.
They're coming to get me.
Yeah, take him away. Pick. Take him away, man. Take him away. Give him the handcuffs.
Wait, so say that again. What was the score? It was 6.
6.
I lost.
6 up.
I lost all 6.
All 6. You can go through the tape just like I did. A lot of them were close. Chicago got it done for me, which I actually was kind of surprised about. That was a big one.
In the famous words of Bill Murray,
nice shooting, Tex.
I did not shoot well. But that's a very sarcastic tone there. Nice shooting, Tex. So 0-6, huh? All right. Well,
yeah, nice shooting.
The best.
But one loss is one loss, baby. So
that's right. I was about to say you got to go big or go home. It's like match playing golf. It's like match playing golf.
Yeah.
You could shoot a 10, I could shoot a 4, and I just win one hole. I mean, it don't matter.
That's it. That's all there is to it. So we're 1-1 in picks now. So this is a tiebreaker this week.
All right. Well, listen, let's go through it because now I want revenge.
Dude, the pendulum's going the other direction, I fear.
Wait, before we even get to the ticker, the first game on the slate on Sunday is 9:30 a.m. Minnesota versus Pittsburgh in Ireland. So do you love that? Do you love the international games? Having those games to wake up to?
I was thinking the same thing. I like the timing of it. I don't like that Europe gets football.
You don't like that Europe gets football? Why?
I think every American's like, fuck Europe. So that part of me is like, fuck them. But the other part of me is like, well, I get to wake up to football. The only thing I don't like is I got to end my fantasy lineups at like 9 in the morning.
See, that's why you need the guillotine league that I'm in or was in, where it's just
best ball.
Best ball.
Because I'm sure every American is like me, where it's like you set an alarm for like 12:25. Like, all right, I got to edit my lineups, depending on how many leagues you're in. Sometimes it goes off and I snooze it until like I'm playing Fortnite. It's like 12:52. Like, fuck, got to get these lineups in.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. When I was doing that, I totally would be frustrated with that. But I do love. It reminds me of living in the West Coast. Like when you wake up on the East Coast and there's 9:30 football. When I lived in LA for 2 years in the early 2000s, I remember getting up and being like, whoa, like there's a bar open right now at like 10 a.m. It's like, yeah, dude, because football's on in like 30 minutes. So
eggs, baby.
Yeah, like you would wake up and there would be, there was a bar in LA I used to go to called, God, what's the name of it? I'm old now. I can't think of the name. I'll think of it later. But anyway, you go to it and as you said, like there'd be eggs, there's, beer on tap, and it's like they got all the games and you're like, that's the best thing about living on the West Coast. There's no late games. Games are early. You can finish your Sunday at like, if you don't even care about the night games, you could be done at 2:00 and then just go to the beach, go hang out, whatever, and like just go about your day, and it's over. It's the best thing ever.
And like, dude, Monday Night Football on the East Coast sucks, dude.
It's
8:30.
terrible. Sunday too. Sunday Night
midnight.
Football is 8:20. It starts.
Yeah, you guys stay up till midnight minimum. So it's like
Brutal.
I'm sure you do the same thing as me. It's like in the third quarter, like, is this thing worth finishing out? You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
tough. Imagine living in Hawaii, bro. Games at 6 a.m.
That would be dope because then you wake up early.
Yeah.
And
I was on a trip there during NFL one time. It was awesome, bro. Like
by
literally
noon,
game over by like 1 p.m.
Yeah, bro, that's amazing.
It was
I never
cool
even
as
thought of
fuck.
that.
It was cool as fuck.
I didn't
man.
even thought of that. All right, so who you got in this game?
I was thinking, I was trying to stall because I don't know what to think about this one. I do think I was trying to stall you with Hawaii time.
Hey, Hawaii's really cool, huh?
Yeah, Hawaii's great weather this time of year. I think that Carson Wentz is addition by subtraction. I'm buying the Aaron Rodgers though. I'm buying Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Actually, you know what? Let's go head to head because I do like Minnesota's defense, and I like that they're coming off of I know they just played the Bengals with your boy Browning, but I don't know, man. Like, first off, I like to go head to head on a singular game. That's a good thing. So by 12:30, I can text you and be like 1-0. I need a streak. But I do think that's like, I don't even know what the spread is, but I think that's like a pretty pick'em game. You know what I mean? Like, so both teams are 2-1. Both have had issues with scoring some points. Both defenses are pretty solid. I'm gonna go Minnesota because even though Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback, he's also only a little bit younger than me, which doesn't exactly bode well for us 40-year-olds. Not ideal. I'm going to go with old man Carson Wentz, and I think Justin Jefferson actually has himself a big game.
I think that Minnesota's either going to be awesome or it was complete fool's gold against the Bengals. But the Bengals are the ultimate get-right game, so maybe they were the slump buster they needed.
Maybe.
Love being a good slump buster, baby. That's what I'm here for.
All right. So we go to not the 4 p.m. window, the 1 p.m. window, and let's get that one off. What we got?
In America, where it belongs.
In America, home of the free, home of the brave. We got Tennessee at Houston. Who you got?
Never picking Tennessee all season long.
Houston.
Yep.
Let's go.
Good there.
Chargers at Giants.
Oh, dude, you gotta go Madison Beer, bro. Let's see how you feel about the dart area here. In New York, I'm telling you what, New York will be fucking crazy though.
I will tell you this, and it has nothing to do with Jackson Dart. This is a betting angle on this. We're gonna find out how good the Chargers are because West Coast teams that travel across the country to play a 1:00 game typically start slow. If I'm taking the Giants and the points, I don't know if they're going to win, but I'm going to pick them on this just for solidarity to go head to head against you because I'd love to root for that versus be sitting there going, see, I knew they were going to lose. And like I said, hopefully I win enough games where that won't be the deciding factor, but I'm going to go Giants here because it is tough. Like no matter how good your team is, that West Coast trip, it's not a 4:00 game, the 1:00 game.
Yeah.
It's basically like 7 a.m. their time. So like, you know what I mean? Like it's not, but it is. You know what I mean? Like
jump into, and either way, I'll say this: you'll have my respect for picking the Giants there.
Okay. All right. Now we got Washington at Atlanta.
Washington at Atlanta. I don't know what to think of Atlanta, dude. I got to take Washington. I think we might get Jaden Daniels back. He's questionable.
I think you got to go Washington there too because, yeah, man, Atlanta's a mess. Talk about like a back and forth situation. Like they look great 2 weeks ago and they get shut out by the Panthers.
I've always kind of thought the Falcons were like the Bengals with the South version.
It's
like a lot of talented teams. They have cool uniforms, but then they're always a fucking mess.
Very good.
Felt like the Bengals South to me. They're a fucking mess, dude.
Very good.
I love Kirk Cousins though.
I love Kirko.
White Russell Wilson, very corny. even cornier than Russell Wilson.
Oh God!
Russell Wilson was white. He'd be the corniest man on earth, though.
You wouldn't put the two of those guys next to each other and put the meme behind them. Exciting whites, I can tell you that. That would be a tough one.
No,
so we got Washington, Atlanta. We're both going Commanders. Yep. New Orleans at Buffalo. Let's just skip over. We're both picking Buffalo. It could be Buffalo at New Orleans, and we're both picking Buffalo. And If I screwed that up, I don't even care. Like, it's Buffalo. Philly at Tampa Bay, both 3-0. Great, best game of the 1 o'clock window.
This is a Baker Mayfield game. This is a Baker. Baker's been a dog, dude. I mean, 3-game winning drives. I love. And then also Baker's a gamer, man. Like the post-game presser, dude, he is the ultimate, like, well, he dropped me back in the day. Like, he takes everything personally. That said, fuck it, give me Baker. Give me Baker.
Baker feels like his favorite show is Breaking Bad.
Facts. That's so true.
Baker right there. Just what's my name? Say my name. That's
he is that motherfucker.
But as Lee Corso would say, not so fast, my friend. Philly's going to win this game.
That's the right take.
The reason why is because talk about dogs. Philly actually has some bulldogs like Georgia that are going to fuck his world up. Between Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter,
loaded.
I don't even know if Nakobe Dean is not injured, but another Georgia Bulldog there. It's one of the reasons why I hate Philly so much is because my wife has turned me on to being a Tennessee fan because that's what she likes. And you gotta hate Georgia. And then now, not only do I have the pain on Sundays with the Giants, I got the pain on Saturday losing to Georgia in Tennessee.
Yeah.
But Georgia, and then now they go to the Eagles. Like, are we kidding? It's like triple action. Yeah. I get smacked around from all different angles. But if strictly pick them, dude, Philly's on some wild shit, dude. They were down 26-7 against the Rams. They come back and win 33-26. First off, the worst beat of the week for our team that picks because we had LA minus or plus 4.5.
Yeah.
And if they win, if they kick that field goal, it's an easy win.
Yep.
But they get a block kick and Philly takes it in for a touchdown. I trailed that now. Once I started to see the wheels come off, I did fade it and kind of win money back. However,
well played.
If you stuck with your guns there, you lost money, and that sucks. But just Philly is just on this magical ride. At some point, they're going to lose a game because they're not going to go undefeated. But I just don't see it happening this early. Like they just find ways to win. And if we're just going pick them, I got to go Philly.
They feel like Miami Heat LeBron to me, where it's just like we can just set LeBron in the second quarter, and if we need him, we'll put him in. Like it just remember they were toying with people. It kind of feels like Philly's so many ways to beat you that they don't even turn the gas on half the time. It didn't feel like they had the gas on at all against LA.
There was a great IG skit I saw. This guy does like some content or whatever, and he's like, the guys that like pretend that they're other people, like they're like this is like the guy that does like the shooting on like LeBron, like whatever. But this guy literally does each player, like he did Tyreek Hill, he did AJ Brown, and when it got to AJ Brown, he's literally sitting on the ground reading a book with a helmet on, and the coach was like, AJ, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, he ain't gonna throw it to me. And then they pan to Jalen Hurts, him playing Jalen Hurts, and he's like, and just runs up the middle. He goes, nailed it. It's a hysterical. I don't know. I have to find it and I'll send it to you. But but AJ Brown, like to your point, they're not even using a guy like AJ Brown. They used him at the end of the game, and he showed up. The reason why he's so freaking good. So when they get firing on all cylinders with Saquon and Devontae Davis, Dallas Goedert, it makes me want to throw up saying these names. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
So I think it's the right take, but give me Baker.
Okay. Cleveland at Detroit.
You can't take Cleveland here.
No, you can't. Detroit.
No way.
Carolina and New England.
Can't take Carolina.
I don't know. Coming off 30-0, 30-0 win at Atlanta.
I'm in New England.
Let me double check if that's in New England because I feel like I did this really fast.
Well, I think on this one, I actually think May's pretty legit.
I'm a huge fan of Drake May.
I think Carolina's. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know you're from Carolina. I think Carolina's certified ass.
Let's qualify that. I'm not from here. I live here. Currently live in North Carolina. Yes.
Correct. Good take.
But yeah, let's double check that. I think
Carolina sucks. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, it's at New England. The line is New England minus 5.5. I don't think New England should be favored by almost 6 points in any game this year. I don't give a fuck who they're playing. God, that's a tough one for me. Not because I'm too close to it or because I hate New England, because I picked New England last week But actually, I didn't. I think I picked Pittsburgh. It doesn't matter.
I would love to pick Carolina. Don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna go pick Carolina.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and the reason why is I feel like they're not getting the type of national respect that they don't deserve. But in terms of like how people view them, your point, they can be perceived as ass, but they do have like number one picks. Bryce Young won a Heisman. Drake May, number 2 overall pick, didn't win a Heisman, but was in that mix. I think the wide receivers on Carolina are better. I think the offensive line is about the same. It's really going to be about who turns the ball over. And guess what? New England turns the ball over a shit ton.
That's true. It's so weird. You hit a good point. I feel like no one cares about Carolina. Like, they're probably the worst TV draw in the NFL. Like, no one gives a shit, which is kind of crazy because Bryce Young, you're right, was a highly touted player, but no one gives a fuck.
It's true. I think part of that too is because there's kind of like this weird disconnect between where they play. They play in Charlotte, which is a pretty good city, but the idea of Charlotte and Carolina is that they're kind of saying like North Carolina and South Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't think that the national conversation loves that. It's like, are you a city or
right?
And I know you could say the same thing about New England, but I think most people kind of agree that it's like kind of Boston, right?
I thought that was weird. Why not just call them Charlotte?
Because because it's so close to South Carolina. Like their headquarters, like where they do their I think the word is in Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is just over the border. Okay. So by saying Carolina, you hit that whole that's part of why people don't like it. Like outside of this region,
it is weird. Like
I'm with you, man.
Is there arena or is there stadium right next to the Charlotte Hornets?
It is. It's downtown Charlotte.
Then say Charlotte, you fucking weirdo. I hate him just because of that. Now I hate him even more just because of this.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to explain that sometimes to people down here, and they're like, "Nah, that's not it." I'm like, I'm telling you,
that is
people don't love that.
Like, what's the point? Like,
because I understand it from the business side of it, where they're like, "Listen, if we call them Charlotte, the people in South Carolina are like, we're Carolina too." Because guess what? Down here, people in South Carolina think they're Carolina, which is not the truth.
No, that honestly, in my mind, we were talking about this the other day. This is random as fuck. Those are two very different states. South Carolina,
my God,
the deep South, bro.
It's true.
But
right over the border, it's not. That's the thing, because you're so close to Charlotte. Like you could literally live in South Carolina and be 20 minutes away from Charlotte.
Yeah, but that's the thing too, though. It's like there are states within a state. Like the southern tip of Florida is a different fucking state than the rest of Florida.
True. Oh my God, yeah. It's like, if you look at a map of Florida, this region down at the bottom is not, it's Cuba. And that's where my mom is from. Like it's literally here. Up there, it's Georgia.
Cincinnati, Ohio, and Cleveland, Ohio, way different places.
It's true. You're right. It's
those motherfuckers got an accent up there.
A great line, a state within a state. That's true. That's 1,000%.
1,000%. But yeah, I'm going to say this. If Europe needs a team, give them fucking Carolina for all I fucking care.
That's Jacksonville. That's Jacksonville's team. They go over there with that.
At least they put their fucking city on their chest like a man. Fucking Carolina, bitch.
All right, 4 p.m. window. Your Jacksonville Jaguars at San Francisco.
Give me Trevor Lawrence, baby.
Oh, I hate I'm going to do this. It's at home, and I think Mac Jones is going to get another start.
Okay.
And I think Mac Jones is certified ass. But in that offense, I think anybody can be pretty good. I'm going Mac Jones and the Niners.
We got another pick 'em, baby.
Indy, Anna Jones at the LA Rams.
Dude, it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby.
Are you really going DJ?
Come on, baby. Run it up.
You got to give me the Rams. It's on the road. Nope.
Run it up, baby.
That defensive line is going to wreak havoc on Daniel Jones, and I think people will start to rein it back. All of the Daniel Jones is balling, BS, and I know I've been saying that for a couple weeks now, but I did say it was coming. I didn't say when, but this is going to be the start.
Do you say that? I'm going to die if we're here in like week 7, and
I'm still saying it.
Every single week you being like, it's gonna end at some point.
It's happening.
It's happening.
It's gonna happen.
Right, at some point it will, but let's just keep delaying. I'm gonna keep kicking that can down the road.
All right. I'm just saying, like, I think people forget how long the NFL season truly is, because you do look up and go, shit, we're at the Super Bowl, but we're in week 4. A lot can happen between now and the end of the year. I don't wish any ill will towards him in terms of like injury or anything like that. I'm just saying his play will start to decline the more people start to go, oh, he's learning a bit how to like step up in the pocket.
Mhm.
So now let's shrink the windows a little bit.
Yeah.
The one thing I will tell you about Daniel Jones is when a team plays press man coverage and they put any kind of spy on him, he's not fast. He's got straight line speed. Like in a race, he might be the fastest quarterback, not named Lamar Jackson, not named Kyler Murray. He can definitely scoot, but he's not twitchy. Like he's not like I can jump around the pocket. He's done a little bit more of that. He's got, but no, he's just tall and blocky, right? Like, like he's
white men are not known to be agile.
Yeah, and this white man is, but whatever. It is what it is. But I'm also not 6'5". Like that's but that's the thing is like I used to always have this conversation with my dad. It's the funniest thing. Man, if I was 6'10", I'd be in the NBA. He'd be like, shut up. And I would be like, and I would say, no, I'm like, and I would literally say to him, if I'm 6'10" and I get to keep all of the athletic ability that I have, all of my foot speed, when I was in college, I played 1 year of college football. I could run like a 4.5, right? I can run. I have good lateral quickness. I was a tennis pro. Like if I'm 6'10" and I add those elements to it in the pros, like easy.
I'm not saying I'm starting, but I'm getting
no, but I'm getting a bag though. Like, but at 6'10", if you just take away the athleticism of someone that's 5'10" or 5'11", now you start to like, it's a lot harder to move it. There's a lot of more moving parts. So Daniel Jones is that player at 6'5". He's a really good athlete. I mean, I've seen clips of him playing basketball. Like he's a really good player, but he's just not like NFL fast in the pocket the way you need to be. Anticipatory flows, all of that. Give me the Rams all day because that team is quick, fast. They're going to get after him the same way they got after Jalen Hurts, who's an infinitely better quarterback in the pocket than Daniel Jones.
True.
Just saying.
Not white.
Not white.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I'm just, you're right. Like my brain says you're right, but my heart says, please God for the podcast, let me dunk Daniel Jones. Because it's like you took "Let's Ride" from me. You got to give me something.
Yeah, you got to come up with a better slogan than Indiana Jones. So we got to figure out a way to
come on here. I won't be wearing light blue next week and pink. I'll be wearing fucking gray, and I'll be fucking crying the whole fucking time.
Yeah,
you don't want to see that. It's ugly.
I don't want to see you cry, but I do want to see Daniel Jones get brought down to earth a little bit by the Rams.
You're like Saquon and the Eagles are going way too hard. Like, damn,
come on,
chill the fuck out.
Sean McVay, I need you, brother. Come on, man, scheme something up, bro.
Good.
Sick Jared verse on Daniel Jones, and let's go.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
All right, Baltimore at Kansas City. That's another good game. Good Lord.
That's an awesome game. I mean, dude, is Lamar going to fumble again here?
Well, Derrick Henry has fumbled in every game.
Dude, he's been low-key rough, too. Good fantasy running back.
Great fantasy running back.
Fucking give me Kansas City, dude.
Oh, no. We're going Baltimore. Bounce back.
I don't blame you one bit. That's a hell of a game, though.
Baltimore, bounce back, baby boy.
That one might be my favorite game.
I mean, there's 2 Monday night games, too, and they did the stupid stagger. I forgot to put that up there. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay. Last game of the 4 o'clock window, or for now, these are starting at 4:05 and 4:25. I think it's because there's a European game. Okay. The Europeans always messing with our shit. Chicago at Las Vegas.
Give me Vegas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vegas too.
Give me Vegas.
You did say something about Bears. Tell me why you think Caleb Williams is back.
Dude, he can fucking play, man. I mean, he's getting it done on the run. I mean, I think he has stopped painting his nails, which may or may not have an impact on anything. I don't think
he has.
Was he ever a nail painter? I think he used to be a nail painter back in the day.
He is absolutely a nail painter.
Oh, he's a nail painter. That's all right. But I don't know, man. I think Caleb can play. I think he's figuring it out, and I don't buy the Bears one bit though.
The reason why I need people to temper their expectations about Caleb Williams, nail painting or otherwise, is that his only good game, much like your boy, Let's Ride Russell Wilson, is against the worst defense that anyone's ever seen in the Dallas Cowboys.
That's fair.
And
horrible.
If my wife was capable, she would come up here and say, he's correct because she's a huge Cowboys fan. They're an awful defense. Caleb Williams looked like people thought he was. He is who he thought he was against the Cowboys.
Yep.
How did Russell Wilson do in the 2 other games?
Ass.
How did Caleb Williams do in those other 2 games?
Wasn't terrible.
Ass. They lost 52-21 to the Lions. He got a garbage touchdown. Garbage touchdown at the end of the game. He was 19 of 30 for 200 yards against a team where he's literally down 30 points. You can't give me 300 yards when you're down 30 points. And then against the Vikings, he only threw for $150.
I guess
he passed it 35 times.
He's still giving me fantasy points, though.
Of course. Listen, if you have him in fantasy, they're going to be down by a lot most games. Keep him up.
I got him in Dynasty, baby. I'm cooking.
Do it. But he may be out of the league before you get that Dynasty situation because people are going to figure him out. Yeah.
It's just funny how I feel like everyone cares about Caleb Williams, but no one cares about Bryce Young. Bryce Young. Because Bryce Young is the Russell Wilson playbook. He's very run-of-the-mill, very kind of like, ho-hum. Normal nail color.
No, normal, just doesn't paint his nails. There's no controversy there. He's a there's no articles being written about him by my guy Go Long, Tyler Dunn.
Bears and franchises too.
Yeah.
Because the Bears have never had a fucking quarterback ever.
It's true. And that's
they're like bodybuilding legend, but that's pretty much
they are definitely cursed in terms of like the quarterback play. There's no doubt about it. There's a Sunday night game. Standalone Green Bay at Dallas.
Dude, how can you pick Dallas, dude?
You can't. We're literally just going past this. This is absolute Green Bay. Dallas has shown until Dallas shows they can stop anybody and not get run through like tissue paper.
Fun, though.
Oh my God, Micah Parsons may actually like write his name in Dax's like
that will be bad
body parts because he's gonna destroy that offensive line.
See like Micah Parsons' 3rd sack and then cut to the Jerry camp.
Oh my God, it's what we should bet on right now. Over under how many times they show Jerry Jones after a Micah Parsons play. What do we got?
Well, let's see. How many plays do you think Micah Parsons is going to make? Probably 7.
They're going to talk about him the entire game. So you have to remember it has nothing to do with how well he plays because I feel like Dallas is going to get beat so bad in this game. They're going to show him a ton.
Yeah, I think
they're going to back and forth. You're going to go over what?
I'm going to say 5.5. What do you say? You matching that up? It feels like a lot, but it could be like you said, an ugly game, nothing to talk about.
It is NBC, and they're a little less sensational than ESPN. So we can go head to head on that. I'll go under. I think they'll do it 5 times. If you want to go over 5.5,
fuck it, give me 6 plus. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you may win that, but I think part of that will be if Dallas surprises and they are competitive in that game, which I don't think they will be. I think that you may see him less, or they may show him even more. It's like maybe he's right. You know what I mean? Like so.
Right. I feel low floor here. Yep.
Okay. There's 2 Monday night games. I only put one on the board. We'll talk about the other one. Monday night, Cincy at Denver. Your boys.
We have to talk about the Bengals at some point. That's the one thing we didn't really get to, and we can do it now. We can do it later.
Do it now.
I'm picking Denver here on the road.
Okay.
There's no way. Do you want to talk about the Bengals now, or should we wait until after our last pick?
Let's take our last pick here. Let me. I completely flubbed that there was a second Monday night game, and mostly probably because I got upset that they did it this way. And I'm not even going to put it on there. It's New York. And also this is also why it's an absolutely terrible game. The Jets at Miami, 7:15 ESPN. Why? Like, why do we do shit like this? Why do we have games that are hour apart? Like NFL, like I know that you like to fuck with us and be like, we're king, so we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
But like just put it at that either at 6:30 or 6 or put it after, like, or start one earlier and put one late like you did with the late game. Yeah. I just don't get it.
They're literally like, what else are you gonna fucking do? Like they know catch you by the balls. I mean, you can't pick the Jets, can you?
You can. They play. You know what?
Not like the Dolphins are giving you all the confidence in the world, but
I'm gonna go Jets. You go Miami?
Hey, give it to me.
I'll go Aaron Glenn and the Jets because there's something about a team that doesn't quit that I'm down with because they could have packed it up early against the Bucks,
Yeah.
and they had them on the ropes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Jets there.
Let me ask you this question. What are your odds that Tua plays an entire season?
Oh God, not very good.
What is your over under on week that he bows out? Like, what are we gonna say? Like week 7.5? Week 8?
I think he could play half a season. So it's an 18-week season now. I think he can maybe get to week 9.
Take another prop bet here. Like, what do you think? Do you think he makes it past week 8?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't, because they don't run the ball the way that they used to when you first got Mike McDaniel there. I think Devin Achane is a great quarterback, a great running back, but they don't. Yeah, they don't have Mostert. They don't have a guy that runs inside. They're trying to get that guy Ollie Gordon to be that player, but I don't think he fits the bill.
The
He's not fast enough.
Combination was crazy.
It was great. I mean, that dude, Raheem Mostert should literally buy Mike McDaniel like anything he wants, because that dude gave him a career for 1 year at 21 touchdowns. He's never had a healthy
season. Like, when he's good, but he's never healthy for a full season ever. I don't think he played one full season.
The reason why I don't think that he lasts that long is that organization is much like the Giants, is in shambles, and you could see them fire McDaniel early.
Big time. He's on the hot seat. I think that this team, they're very memeable. Like, I feel like every time I go on Polymarket, they're making memes about Tyreek and about Tua. It's going to be interesting. I'll tell you that. It's going to be interesting. No question about it.
All right, I got a question for you. Who are the head coaches on the hot seat? We just talked about one, Mike McDaniel. Who else?
That's a big one. I mean, I think your boy Daboll.
Oh yeah,
I think your boy Daboll. I think the seat could get hot for Zach Taylor this season. It's not going to be a fun season for Zach Taylor. Like, and I'm from Cincinnati, and I know that there's a lot of disdain against him. I don't think he loses his job, but it's not going to be a fun season for him either. Like, if this thing gets ugly with Jake Browning, which it doesn't look very good, I don't think it's going to go off the rails. But if it does, it's going to get ugly because you still have 13 more games left.
Yeah.
So I think that one could get ugly. What else are you thinking around the NFL, brother?
I know no one's going to care because they're kind of like the Panthers. I think the Titans, Brian Callahan.
Yeah.
They just drafted the number 1 pick in the draft. They started off, the first game they were decent. Then they got their ass kicked by the Rams. They get destroyed by the Colts. Doesn't get any easier for them. They had 2 home games to start. You kind of feel like you had to win at least one of those games for Brian Callahan to survive this year. Now they go play at the Texans. That's going to be an L. Maybe you get lucky against the Cardinals at home on the road. Then you go at the Raiders. Then you come home against the Patriots. So you could be looking at 0-6, 1 o'clock on October 19th against the Patriots. Who's another average team, but like they're better than you. Doesn't get easier. Their schedule is not. I mean, it's the NFL, so all the schedules aren't easy. But talking about just like the amount of road games they have, not after starting 0-3, now you got to go on the road for 3 straight weeks.
It's not ugly, dude. It's not nice.
That's brutal.
We were talking about this too. Being a professional sports coach is fucking awful. And so that's the thing kind of sucks, is you can have a shit roster and you're going to be the fall guy,
Of course. And also, I would take the money. Like, it'd be great to make that kind of money. But what's the quality of life? Are you frustrated all the time? Are you mad?
Yep.
Bill Burr has a great bit of Bill Belichick, like how angry he must get, like, when they lose, like when he was still with the Patriots, about how he could picture Bill Belichick at home with his headset still on, drinking scotch, just like staring at the wall. Like that's an NFL coach.
Like, it's going to suck. But I feel like that's kind of the calculus you take as a pro coach. Is it's like, okay, I'm going to get 2 or 3 years. I'm going to get fucked because my roster sucks and there's nothing I can do about that. Because that's the thing. You can be the best coach in the world. If you're going to coach, let's say, like Carolina right now, I don't care how good of a coach you are. You're going to win 4 to 7 games, and then you're going to get canned.
I'll tell you right now, here are my coaches that are absolutely on the hot seat. I think Raheem Morris from Atlanta. I think the fact that the Carolina coach, whose name is escaping me, he was Baker's offensive coordinator, who, by the way, has basically been a kingmaker. Kingmaker Baker is what he is, because you had Dave Canales is now the Carolina coach, and Liam, I can't think of his last name, is now the coach of Jacksonville. Those were his last 2 offensive coordinators.
Damn.
So Baker's success has created a cottage industry, much like Sean McVay with your boy Zach Taylor. So I think for me, you got to look at Dave Canales, even though they won that game, if they continue to have because David Tepper has been, you suck. Frank Reich got 10 games. He was out. So very, very quick trigger. Atlanta is always quick to make quicker moves, although Arthur Blank has a little easier to deal with.
Yeah.
I think Raheem Morris probably survives the year. And then, Brian Callahan. I think Dable, obviously. Why do you think Zach Taylor? Do you think it's – I mean, do you fire a guy?
I don't know if it legit – I think it's just going to get hot. I don't think he gets canned.
Yeah.
But I think the seat's going to get hot. And I'm just saying it's a long season. And this organization's gone from a Super Bowl contender to – it kind of feels like it's over. I don't know if it's over, but it kind of feels like it here in Cincinnati.
They're 2-1.
Now.
The one loss was pretty bad.
And this is the most 0-3, 2-1 team I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I perception is reality, right? So I can see that.
Let's see if Browning gets absolutely torched again and you lose by 3 or 4 touchdowns, it's going to get ugly quick.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you start getting upset Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and they're not getting the ball. That creates dissension real fast.
You're only in week 4, bro. Like, and if it starts falling off fast, like your season's already over. And there's been a lot of rumblings too if he's mishandled this whole thing as well.
Maybe.
But there's man. Dude, that could get dicey. I mean, you look in Jacksonville, you look in Houston, you look in Arizona. Like, there are a lot of situations that could get dicey if it falls off the rails.
I don't think Jacksonville is one because I think Shad Khan wants to have a stable franchise because honestly, like you talked about, you don't like European football. I think he has very, very much a vested interest in Jacksonville playing in London. And so like I don't think he wants to keep getting new head coaches. And this guy Liam, can't think of his last name, kind of a weird dude. Had a weird press conference about Travis Hunter is the guy. And then I think the Dolphins definitely. Houston, no, because they've been in the playoffs a bunch and it's just not going to happen. They'd have to go like 3-14. Oh, but it'd have to be awful. If they're 6-11, he ain't going anywhere.
What if they miss the playoffs? Doesn't matter.
They made the playoffs every year he's been there.
I'm just saying, but you go in with pretty high expectations this season, I feel like.
Yeah, but like did Patrick Mahomes like retire? Did Lamar retire? Like they're still good players. It's like, like you'd like to take that next step, but I'd like to grow that foot so I could play in the NBA, but that's just not the reality.
Yeah, I'd love that for you.
I'd love that for myself.
Yeah, Arizona.
Selfishly. What's that? Arizona? Oh, I think Gannon could be on the hot seat.
Yeah,
I think so, especially because he's kind of arrogant, and and that's part of the reason why I think Daboll ultimately gets canned because there's not a lot of humility there.
Right.
As you're getting the shit kicked out of you, just being like, "Hey man, we're gonna go look at the tape." It's like, "Hey man, we can tell you because we just saw the game. You fucking suck." Like you don't have to go and look at the film to know that you guys.
Not rocket science. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's. Let me ask you this. This has been going on in Giants world, and it's what my algorithm kind of throws at me, which is this idea of content creators not having access to players and coaches, so therefore not knowing as much. Do you think that that's just like legacy media beat reporters getting frustrated that guys like us exist, or do you think that it's more about you really kind of it's kind of like the old like you didn't play argument to someone? Like if Kenny did that to you on your guys' podcast, sure. I don't think he ever would, but like I feel like that's how you won the argument is that if someone has to resort to that. Sure. What's your take on that? Like the content creator versus like the legacy media?
I think it's a good question. I think that there's something to that because I would say that I honestly think that both things can exist. But I do think if you're being honest here, that the old school media used to have a chokehold on the industry, and that's no longer the case. I honestly feel like in most markets that I study, that the creator mode is more successful and people care about it more. And I think if you were going to buy stock on one industry versus the other, I mean, look at the New York Times versus Twitter. You know what I mean? Like it's not particularly close, and I think the gap's only going to get wider. So I think there's part of it that is the legacy media grasping for straws and trying to, downplay. It's like Netflix versus Blockbuster. You know what I mean? It's like
Sure.
or you're seeing it now with like, I'm a video game fan. It's like the Sonic racing game is trying to shit on Mario Kart. It's like, okay, that's because Mario Kart's been kicking your ass. You know what I mean? Like, and you're
Sure.
trying to go at the big dog. So I think that but I also do think too they are in the locker room. So there are things that they do see that maybe you and I may not see. So that's valid. But I do think that they're seeing a change of the guard a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's good points on both sides. I just don't love when one tries to go after the other, especially like when you try to big time. It's like, oh, he's just a fan.
Yeah.
That bothers me on a level that I can't even articulate without getting upset. And like it's one of those things where, especially knowing how hard some of these like content creators work to get their content, because it's not handed to them just because someone gives you a paycheck from an organization. And there's also a something I have to mention this. Like the best thing about being a content creator, whether we're covering college basketball or just talking about football, is we can be brutally honest with how we feel.
Yep.
Because if you don't get access, like a beat reporter gets access, there's no one that's like, hey man, why are you trashing us? Why are you saying that? It's like I'm just being honest with how I feel. Like I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I'm just being
And
who I am.
from big media who like behind the scenes will say shit that they would never say publicly.
Of course.
Because they have to carry people's water. I mean, you've seen this
True.
with people who are like, oh, he's a Ed Cooley water carrier. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They have to keep these relationships with players, coaches, admins, so they won't say certain things that if they were having a beer at a sports bar, they would say some way different shit than they will say
Right.
publicly.
Right.
So and I think people see that. And I think that's the
Right.
big reason that things like what we do has taken off is because people can smell the bullshit a mile away. And I
Right.
think people know that there's gatekeeping in those industries, that people like you and I, we answer to no one. So we can give a fair, honest take. And we're not dicks, but I
No.
think that's what the media was originally designed to do, was to smoke out the powers that be and give reality to a situation. But then people started to own the news and own the narratives, and then you get fed bullshit. And I think people are over it.
And I think the people that still like to be fed bullshit are the folks that really haven't found the content creators that resonate with them yet. And I think they go back to the old guard, which is typically, because we have both, former players and guys who are journalists and stuff like that. So like, I don't know, it's an interesting line to cross. Like I don't feel like we're in a situation where we're trying to be anybody other than who we are as people, and just give straight up honest opinions. If we have news, we break it. If we don't, we don't. Simple as that.
I think that's ultimately what it should be. And what we want to do is just tell real stories and give real opinions. And also, too, it's a fucking opinion. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I can feel a way, and it's like not personal. It's sports.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah.
It's just I'm just trying to be a voice of the people and those things. But I do think it's interesting, though, because I would say the same thing to a guy who owns the news. It's like, well, bro, you're being paid to say this. Like you're literally a figurehead, bro. Like you don't even have your own fucking opinion. You're not even allowed to say how you actually feel about a situation because you're being bought by XYZ. So I think that's why I love what we do.
Hey, it's a good way to end the pod. Just short of an hour. So sorry we went a little long today, but there's a lot to cover, especially me getting my ass kicked in Pick'em. And if you're having a good day today, I hope you are. Go watch some Ryder Cup if you get an opportunity. I think we're getting our ass kicked right now. Hopefully that changes for the U.S. I was riding my red, white, and blue Titleist and my Jackson Darty Party chain.
Well played. And it's just a beautiful thing. Can I just say real quick how thankful
Go
we
ahead.
are? Another week of football. I see every Sunday as a holiday. You get 18 of them a year. It's just, dude, this is such a great time of the year, man. Leaves are about to change, heading into fall, getting into the nitty gritty of football. This is what it's all about. This is why you work every single day in the off season, baby. This is why you go through all the bullshit. I saw a tweet the other day that was like, this is why you go to the pumpkin patches. This is why you do that stupid bullshit so you can enjoy a full Sunday of football, baby. So let's ride, baby. Let's have a fucking week about it.
Absolutely. Make sure you check out Big Bet Energy. Make sure you look at our Twitters at Marks and CBB to look at our Sunday picks, the extra picks that were on the show. And we will see you next time on Fourth and Forever. Peace.